Hi nursery, I'm going to read you a story today and it's called The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle. It is autumn and the wind is blowing. It blows the seeds high in the air and it carries them across the land. One of the seeds is tinier, smaller than all the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they all going? These are the seeds here. And this is a tiny seed. One of the seeds flies higher than all the others. Up and up it goes. It flies too high near the sun's hot rays and it burns up. But the tiny seed sails on with the others. So here's the one that's got too high and it's caught the sun's rays. It's burning. And here's all the others, they're flying on and on. There's the tiny seed. Another seed lands in a tall, icy mountain. The ice never melts and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. So there's the seed in the mountain. There's all the other seeds. And there's the tiny little one. Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns. The others sail on in the wind, but the tiny seed doesn't go as high as the others. So here they are in the wind and they're getting carried away. And there's the tiny seed, because remember, he didn't go as high as the others. One seed drifts down onto the desert. It is hot and dry and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. So here's the seed in the desert and here's all the other seeds. There's the tiny seed. I wonder where they're going. Finally, the wind stops and the seeds fall gently down on the ground. A bird comes by and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten. It is so small that the bird doesn't see it. Can you see the tiny seed? Can you see it anywhere? I can just about see it there. Now it is winter and after a long trip the seeds settle down. They look just as if they're going to sleep on the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. The hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch. But the tiny seed lies very still and the mouse doesn't see it. There's the mouse. There's the tiny seed. Can you see? Now it is spring and after a few months the snow has melted. It is really spring. Birds fly by, the sun shines, rain falls and the seeds grow so round and full that they start to burst open a little. Now they're not seeds anymore, they're plants. First they send roots down to the earth. Then their little stems and leaves begin to grow upwards towards the sun and the air. There is another plant that grows much faster than new little plants, and that's a big fat weed. And it takes all the sunlight and the rain away from the little ones. And the little plant dies. The tiny seed hasn't begun to grow yet. Will it be too late? Hurry! But finally it starts to grow into a plant. So here's the tiny little plant and here's the big weed. It has, hasn't it? It's covering over the top of the little tiny plant. The warm weather also brings children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun in springtime. One child doesn't see the plants as he runs along and oh, he breaks one. Now it cannot grow anymore. There he is with his big foot and he's standing on the plant. The tiny plant that grew from a tiny seed is growing fast, but his neighbours grow even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 7. And look, a bud and even a flower. But what is happening? First, there are footsteps. Then a shadow looms over them and a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. What do you think's happening? I think you might be right. A boy has picked a flower for the girl and gives it to his friend. So kind. It is summer. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone, and it grows on and it doesn't stop. The sun shines on and the rain waters it. It has many leaves. It grows taller and taller and taller than the people and taller than the trees. It is taller than the houses, and now the flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower they have ever seen. It's a giant flower. Do you know what flower this could be? What flower grows up and up and up and up into the sky? All summer long, the birds and the bees and the butterflies come visiting. They have never seen such a big and beautiful flower. It's very nice, isn't it? I do like the flower. Now it's autumn again, and the days grow shorter. The nights grow cooler, and the wind carries the yellow and the red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop off the giant flower and they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and ground. The wind blows harder and the flower has lost almost all the petals. It sways and it bends away from the wind, but the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. And once more the wind shakes the flower, and this time the flower's seed pods open. They come out. Out come many tiny seeds that quickly sail far away in the wind. There they're going, just like at the very start of this story, when the tiny little seed was blown in the wind. And that's the end. Hope you enjoyed the story. Miss you all. Take care. See you all really soon. Bye.